Thank you, Tracy. That was a lovely, soothing introduction. Good evening, everyone that is watching. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We will not kick off just instantaneously. We will wait for a few people to come in, but I can see lots of you on there already. So thank you so much for joining. I hope everyone has had a lovely day. It's been beautiful where I live, so hopefully it's been the same. I think it has most places. So you can all give me a nod on the screen, all my Skin Collaborative girls. How are you all doing? Everyone good? Super, there they are. Give us a wave back. I know we won't see you at home, but give us a wave. We hope you're good. Tonight we will be doing a live facial. You're going to be in the safe hands of Joe and Tracy. They are going to be walking you and talking you through this. My name's Anna. I'm going to be your host, if you like, for this evening. So what we want to happen is for this to be nice and interactive. I can see a few of you on there now. Hello to you. Comments are welcome. Questions are welcome. So we really do hope that lots of you are, getting involved at home. If you're just sat and you just want to sort of watch and not take part, that is totally fine. But if you are ready to rock and you're going to do the facial with us, I will just go through a few things that you'll need just to double check you've got everything you need. So you will need a cleanser and a toner. We're going to be doing a massage, so you'll need some sort of a massage oil or a serum or something to get a nice glide on the skin. And then you will need a mask to apply and then a moisturizer or something at the end as well. There we go. Girls have got their products ready. Super, nice and organized. That's what we like. Good. And then you will need, in order to assist you, you will need things like cotton pads. I've got my cotton pads. If you want to just use something like sponges or there we go again, we've got a few different variations on it. I like to use a mitt or a flannel, that sort of thing. So whatever suits you. It will be really handy to have a bowl of warm water with you. So if you haven't got any of those bits, we are not going to start this minute, so please do make sure you've got everything you need, and then you can sit down, be totally in the zone, and yeah, it's going to be really lovely. A little tip for you is to make sure, if you are going to be doing the facial, that you've got a top on like this. Maybe get yourself a vest top on or a top that's open. If you've got something that's sort of really up high, it's going to be a bit difficult because you don't really want to just work to sort of here. We want to be looking to work all the way around. I believe, Joe, we're going to be sort of working around the back of the neck and things. So you want a nice open top.
Yeah.
That would be my little tip. So yeah, so right, I'm going to just keep popping back and forth to check comments and to see who's in. Please do say hello and make yourselves known. We've got a few to mention. We've got a few of the Skin Collaborative who aren't on the screen tonight, who are also supporting us at home via Facebook. So hello to you. We've got others on like Sarah, we've got Louise, there's lots of you. So yeah, I mean, there's quite a few on now, guys. So I think we could make a start if you're ready. Joe, over to you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Oh no, we lost her.
So I'm going to take us through a really simple facial routine that you guys can all do at home. So we're going to start with cleanse, do a double cleanse, and then we're going to do a massage that's going to involve neck and shoulder, facial and scalp massage. Is my Wi-Fi doing all right? Because it's just tripped out on me there. Yeah. So yeah, and then we're going to do a facial mask as well at the end. So if my Wi-Fi and technical issues get the better of us, the lovely Liz is going to step in and just take over where you can't hear me any longer. That's Liz down there waving. So let's start with the cleanser. You have your own products. Everyone uses a different one. I like a cream cleanser. You might have an oil cleanser or a facial wash. So you don't need a lot. Cleansing is really important for the skin. It just helps, obviously, prepare your skin for any serums or moisturizers that you're going to be doing, and if any pollution, any irritants that are on your skin. So it's really important that we do a good cleanse. I like to double cleanse. So obviously, put the cleanser all over. And just spend a bit of time doing it. Nice massage movements over the skin everyone will have their own techniques. And just make sure you get into all the areas that you might have sort of concerns with, so any little blockages, or it's a really good way to actually start the massage on your skin. You could almost do a little facial massage in the morning with your cleanser just to depuff. I haven't got any eye makeup on, so I'm not taking this right over my eyes, but obviously if you have, you might want to remove that too. And then once you've worked that in well, I like to rinse mine. Again, everyone's got their own techniques. All I would say is just make sure you get it off really well. So I'm just using a cleansing sponge. You could use a flannel, cotton pads, it's whatever works for you, but just make sure it's thoroughly removed. Leaving products on the skin that aren't designed to stay on the skin is not going to help with sort of areas of blockages, and it will just leave your skin feeling dull if you're not removing things like cleanser properly. And then if you are suffering with anything like rosacea or a real breakout, or you might not do a double cleanse if your skin is feeling sensitive, but if your skin's fine and you are needing to do that extra cleanse for removal of makeup, then go ahead and do a double cleanse as well. So this one, perhaps take it a little bit slower.
I think this is quite important, isn't it, really, doing this?
Again, we're just trying to get into all those areas. I think so, yeah. There are times when I don't, like I say, if my skin has been feeling a little bit more sensitive for whatever reason. But yeah, definitely, because that first one gets rid of all the makeup, and the second one actually starts to get cleansing on the skin, so you can sort of work into areas like your nose. Like for me, I get blockages around my chin, and again, it's just that it really brightens your skin. Honestly, if you're going from not cleansing that often, just taking the time out morning and then in the evening to do this, you will see a difference in your skin. Where whatever sort of baseline you're coming from, if you don't cleanse very often, try and make a commitment to yourself to do it morning and evening. And if you're already doing that, give the double cleanse a go, because you will see a difference. It's just making sure that you remove all that sunscreen and products on an evening. Okay, if you've had sunscreen on sort of your decollete area, just take it down to there as well and make sure you get it off there, especially obviously for an evening cleanse, and then remove.
Yeah, and that's the other thing to know, isn't it? I would say it's sort of like remembering to go sort of further down, and it's easy to sort of work to here, but yeah, it's a good point, isn't it? Go sort of down.
Yeah, we need to include the neck. As a skin specialist, I quite often find that people have blockages around these areas. We're sort of always removing them from here. And I would imagine that a lot of the time it's product that's left on the skin or not cleansed away properly. So the removal's really important, and obviously just working right into the hairline almost, which I know we kind of avoid because you don't want to sort of mess your hair up, but it is really important, especially if you're someone who suffers with, you know, the blockages and things. Right, how are we all doing there? Are we all cleansed?
Yeah, let us know how you're doing at home. Hopefully you've done your cleanse, you're ready to go to the next step. So yeah, great. Thank you, Jo.
So if you've got a toner, I'm just using like a skin tonic. Everyone again's got different products, so however you use it, skin conditioner, toner, skin tonic. Mine's a slightly exfoliating one, so I'm using mine on cotton wool. Some of you might be splashing it on. All the products are to be used differently. I'd just be guided by your skin professional, or obviously the directions on the bottle as to how to use it. Toner's really nice, just again, like I said, just to condition your skin, make sure you've got the product removed. And different products again have different qualities. So for me, this is an exfoliating one. Some of you might have a hydrating one. What are you using, Anna?
Mine's hydrating. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Tracy?
Mine's exfoliating. Same one as you, Jo.
Mine's tingling a little bit.
So is mine.
Yeah.
Made my skin go pink, but that's quite normal with this product.
Yeah. Yeah. So once we've toned, I'm going to look at the facial oil. So again, everyone has different products. Mine is a sweet almond. I've just made a little blend with rose and chamomile. So just nice, soothing, calming blend. If any of you saw our Facebook yesterday, we were talking about the types of dilutions you can use if you are doing your own. And it's possibly nice to buy a pre-blended one, but if you were blending your own, we just use a 1% dilution on the face, so 1 drop to 5 mils of oil, and just choose one that you like the smell of. I think is probably the most important for a massage. But you can just use a plain oil. It stops any irritants on your skin if you do find that the essential oils irritate a little bit. Or you might have an aloe gel, or you might be using your serum or moisturizer. Whatever you've got is absolutely fine. What are you using there, Anna?
That's a good question, Jo. You know, when you just think, what have I got? I've just grabbed this. I'm going to level with you guys. I just grabbed it out of my salon. I'm not sure which one it is. So I'll put my glasses on and have a little read, but maybe go to Tracy.
It's fine. I just like to know what people have got there. So yeah, mine's just a little pre-blended sweet almond. Have you got anything fancy there, Tracy?
I'm using a serum.
Lovely. There you go. So as long as you've got enough slip on your skin to do the massage, then we're all good. So just warm the oil in your hand. It's nice to pop it on when it's nice and warm. So facial massage can be really personal. Your hands might do something different to mine. Your face, sort of the areas of tension will be different. So just use a pressure that suits you. When I massage, I tend to work quite firmly, but it's entirely up to you. Don't do anything that feels uncomfortable. It's meant we're going to do a really relaxing one tonight. There's so many different techniques of relaxation focused one. So yeah, you want to just be applying it to your skin when you've warmed it in your hand. And down the back of your neck, so we're going to do a little bit of work there and just onto the front.
I'll say, ladies, at this point, you want to go cameras off, and then we can get the full view for people at home to see Jo's technique. So cameras off, ladies, that would be amazing. Thank you. We'll see you soon.
And I'd like you just to take a nice deep breath in. So if you just hold your hands in front of your face and just take a couple of slow deep breaths in through your nose and out. Just let your shoulders drop. You might want to close your eyes. Just a couple of nice deep breaths, and then hands onto your face and just drain down slowly, back of your neck and over your shoulders. So we're going to do that movement again. I'm using this part of my finger here to slide up, and then we drain down the back of the neck. And as you come over your shoulders, just give them a little squeeze. It just releases some of the tension in here. So it's a full movement of drainage, just to introduce the massage to your skin. And again, just wear however you feel comfortable, but just give your shoulders a bit of a squeeze as you come over there and onto your décolleté there. So it's just a nice slow movement. And then we're going to introduce some shoulder massage. I'll just turn on one side just so you can see. So you want to reach your hand, so you're crossing one hand across your body and down, and you're using like a squeezing movement, using the strength in your fingertips just to make some little circles just at the back of your shoulders there, lifting that muscle. You should be able to feel sort of knots and tension in there if you have been sort of leaning over a computer or any stress, and just work it out gently or firmly, whatever feels good for you. Just a few circular movements coming up to the shoulder blade. Try and relax the other arm, so the arm that you're working on, try and keep it nice and relaxed. And up the neck.
Makes you realise how long it is since we've been able to have a massage. That
I know, I know.
Yeah.
Can you feel the tension there?
yeah,
Yeah.
all the knots.
There's a few knots. There is a few
Yeah,
knots.
so just moving up the back of the neck there as well now. And then just switch to the other side. Sorry. So again, just we're crossing the arm over and just picking up that muscle there, just with your fingertips. Just use the pressure that feels right for you. You don't want to be bruising. If you're particularly sensitive, just a nice light pressure will still get the circulation going. You'll probably see, like, we'll all start going a bit sort of pink and red where we've been massaging. That's just the increased blood flow to the skin, and that's exactly why we're doing this. And then just start working up the neck as well. My neck's the bit, just as it gets to the base of the skull, is where I can really feel it.
That's where it is for me too, Jo.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay. So then you can use both hands. Then we're going to work up the back of the neck. So using your hands are going to be either side of your spine. And again, you're using your fingers and just working little circular movements going up the back to the base of your skull. So obviously I'm doing here, if you just drop your head slightly forward, it'll just stretch those muscles out a little bit, and you'll be able to just massage working up towards the base of your skull there.
Oh, that is.
And as you hit the base of the skull, yeah, you've got like a dip, and I want you to put your fingers into that. So you can either use your fingers or your thumb. So as you work up, and just work in tiny little pressure circles all around the base of your skull, and that just releases so much tension. A lot of the glow we get from the facials we have is about that increased blood flow. And when our scalps are tight and our necks are tight, all that blood flow is really restricted. So that's why when you have an in-clinic or an in-salon treatment, the results are so different to just doing a cleanse and things at home, because we just increase all that blood flow and get rid of all the toxins in the skin. So and just a little bit of movement then, just to kind of drain and bring that back down, up the back of the neck and back down again. So like a sweep. Computer or anything, you don't have to use oil. And then pulling over the front again. So your shoulders should feel like they've had a nice massage now. Just try and keep them nice, and we're going to start working. So sweep movements on the neck. I'm going to show sort of each movement around 5 times. You could do a shorter treatment or you could do a longer one. So we're going to be sort of working on lifting and draining, obviously the relaxing of the muscles with this one. So just relaxing that big neck muscle that we have there. And then, as Anna is actually demonstrating really beautifully, we're going to start coming up the front of the neck. And then I'm going to sweep over the jawline. So I'm actually going to use my thumbs underneath my jawline and sweep up and out to the ears. So it's a drainage movement.
Oh, that's
all
great.
the way along your jawline. So thumbs, yeah, it's nice lifting movement actually.
Yeah.
It's kind of what you want to look like, isn't it? And you do it in the mirror, it's like, woo. And then we're going to introduce some knuckling just along the jawline. So just gently. And again, it's just about what I'm working into all the little attachments and muscles that are here at your jaw. Again, if people sort of clench their teeth at night or just generally quite tense there, just use your knuckles to work into any tension that you feel there. And we're just going to go backwards and forwards along the jaw. You can work into this area here as well. Just again, just using knuckles like that and along the jawline. And then just gently bring that a little bit more up onto the face. The nice lifting and sculpting move that Liz actually showed me, which is just leaning into nice facial movement here, but leaning in to underneath the cheekbones. Obviously you can see us doing it, we can't see you, so just do it. And then draining out towards the ear there. So leaning in and then draining. And leaning in and then draining. So just some nice drainage movements there over the cheeks. And again, it's just about what feels nice for you. Follow your hands where you feel the areas of tension. A lot of people have sinus problems, so this next movement's really nice for the sinuses. So I'm just using my middle finger as the main pressure there, just to sculpt underneath my cheekbones and out towards just above my ear. And that's just a nice drainage movement. So if you do have like puffy eyes or anything in the morning, you could do this using your cleanser or your moisturizer. With your middle finger, just a little pressure point underneath your cheekbone there. And again, this is just all about drainage. So just keep the pressure how it feels right for you. And then just sweep again. We're going to take this up onto the eyes now. So just slightly lighten the pressure there. We don't want to drag the eyes. Make sure you've got enough oil. We're just underneath. We're still working on where the bone is. We haven't gone up onto the delicate eye area. So you're just working along the bone of the eye socket, basically, and up to your temples. And then I want you to work up. And we're going to hold here. This is a really nice frowning, or perhaps you wear glasses, or if it has been sunny, we do tend to sort of frown. So into there, and just let your eyes sort of sink onto it, and up, lift your eyes, and then sweep underneath, just gently underneath. Lift the eyebrow and sweep. Hold, lift the eyebrow, and then sweep. And we'll do it one more time. Now we're going to do some like scissor type movements here. Are we all following along all right there?
Yeah, fab.
So this is where your laughter lines are. So we're just smoothing over that area and then take it up onto the brow, so you kind of crisscross over the brow. So with nice lifting movement on the eyebrows again. Backwards and forwards. I get migraines quite a bit, so I really find these movements soothing, because you get quite a lot of eye pain at the back there, and I think your forehead muscle really kind of suffers when you suffer with migraine. It feels really sore, so this movement feels really nice. And then move across to the other eye. So that same smoothing out movements by the laughter lines there. And then lifting at the eyebrow again. You might do this differently, so you might find it easier to work like that. Just however feels right for you and your arms and hands. And then some slightly bigger movements to the forehead, work into that area there. Kind of, I've got those 11s lines there, so it's nice to just relax all of that off. So backwards and forwards a couple of times. And then I want you to sweep up onto your forehead, spread your fingers, and a nice pressure into the big forehead muscle there and up just into your hairline, just as like a little drainage, sort of pumping movement just into your hairline. Now we're going to do a scalp massage in a minute. I'm not too worried about getting oil in my hair today, but if you prefer not to, you might just want to wipe your hands off with the oil. We just do a couple of drainage movements first. Back down. So that's that same movement using the inside of your fingers there, down the neck and here across the cheeks. Just getting rid of all that lymph there. Okay, so we're going to start, like I say, if you want to wipe the oil off your hands, please do. So we're going to start at the top of the scalp. So I'm quite high in the camera there. It's a bit like shampooing your hair, but you want your finger pressure to be more moving the scalp rather than sort of working over the hair. So find some points on your scalp at the top, and we're just going to start with little small circular movements, working in nice and firm, just whatever feels right for you. But scalp massage does tend to feel better if it is a little bit firmer. Down to the sides. Just to the top of your ears. Then there's a nice release. If you have your thumb just at the top of your ear there and bring your hand up to the top of your scalp, if you just gently work around, we're going to do like a little scissor movement. You should be able to find a little tender spot. And there'll be a really slight dip just in your scalp, and that's a really nice releasing movement. I can just feel a slight dip. Don't worry if you can't find it. Don't press too hard because it is a tender spot. So you should be able to feel it. And we're just little movements backwards and forwards. Really relaxing movement there, just on a pressure point. I think Tracy, you said they use it a lot in Indian head massage, don't they?
It's a pressure point, a major pressure point.
Yeah.
Sometimes it feels like you're sort of letting off steam. It can do. It's almost like a valve.
Yeah, it's really tender actually.
Mm.
Yeah, mine is a bit.
Really
tender.
Yeah. So once you've had a little bit of time there, we're going to work down the back. So big movements, just really firm, releasing off the tension in the scalp. And again, this is just something that's really nice to do. All the way back down to the nape of the neck. And back to where we had those tender spots before. So we're going to use our thumbs now, definitely, if you can anyway, if you can reach round. And you're going to work into that little dip there. You should be able to feel where the neck muscles meet and the scalp firmly, or whatever feels comfortable for you, all the way along. You can do both hands together. I'm just doing this to show you. You'll probably find there's a couple of little tender spots in there, and as long as it's not hurting you, it's absolutely fine to, sort of really work into that. I've got one as obviously as my muscles meeting up here, it's really tender there, but it feels nice. It's a nice kind of, I always get constructive pain. You kind of know it's releasing something. And then just finish off with some big movements at the base just to release that off a little bit because it is a bit tender. So we're just being a little bit lighter using the hands there. And then we're going to drain down the neck. So just use your hands again. Excuse the state of my hair. I'm going up the neck and back down. Just in like a sort of wing movement there. And this is all about just sort of draining the lymph back down. You might want to just really gently just drain. Don't want too much pressure on here. We're just literally moving the lymph underneath the tissues here. And then just as we get to here, we can just pump slightly just to help the lymph nodes there. Just get rid of any toxins. Nice deep breath in. And relax. How was that?
Oh my goodness. I didn't want it to stop. I have to be honest, Jo. I was a bit like, oh no, she's finishing now. It's lovely. Oh, I feel like I feel very relaxed, but I feel like tingling, you know, like very invigorated. It's fabulous.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Just, oh, lovely. I'm just going to have a quick check-in at this point. We've got lots of people getting involved. People just saying, you know, different products that you can use. Kath said you could use a bit of olive oil, you know, rather than not do a massage because you think I haven't really got the things to use. You know, there is things you can use at home to pop on your skin to just get that glide. And you want to be doing things like this regularly just to really take care of yourself. It's just lovely. Thank you so much. Yeah, fabulous. Carry on.
Yeah, I think with the oil, it's just think plant-based, that's all. So the synthetic ones tend to be the ones that would irritate your skin. So like baby oil probably isn't ideal, but yeah, definitely any plant-based oils will just kind of go into your skin and be absorbed really nicely. So yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we're onto the mask, and then Tracy is going to take over with some nice breathing techniques to keep the vibe of this all relaxing facial. So I really like to use a brush when I put my mask on. I think it's just force of habit, but if you want to just use your fingers, please do. It's absolutely fine. What I would say is don't overuse your products. Some of you might have sheet masks, which are really nice if that's, you know, what you like to use. I'm just using like a gel based one. So yeah, just pop your mask on however you like to. You don't want loads of product left on your skin. The product that you should be applying will be absorbed by your skin, usually to hydrate or detoxify, you know, whatever reason you're using a mask for. So at the end of the 10 minutes or the, you know, 15, 20 minutes that you've left it on, you don't want loads of product on your skin because that is just wasted. So just use apply it wherever it needs it. You might have one that's longer. Sorry, Anna.
I was just going to say, in case anyone noticed, I was just toning my skin. I'm actually a very oily skin, and although you know, that has absorbed really well, I just always like to remove the little bit of residue left. But if you're not so much an oily skin, then, you know, go for it. But that's why I just did that. So
yeah, I think again, it's just learning and listening to your skin, isn't it? Learning what your skin is. I love oil on my skin, but I have got a more sort of dry, dehydrated, so I really enjoy that feeling of oil. But yeah, you're right, if you're more oily, it's not always a texture you enjoy.
Yeah, that was the reason.
So that's my guide. So Tracy,
yeah,
I don't know if you want to take over and take us through the breathing.
I will do. My name's Tracy, and I hope you're enjoying this. That massage was absolutely amazing, Jo. It was so lovely. I didn't want it to end. I now know what my clients mean when they know that it's coming towards the end. You're just like, no, don't stop. So ladies, what I'd like you to do, and gents, if there's gents here, I'm going to just first of all expand on what Joe was doing with the pressure points in our head. There's two very good pressure points that are suitable for everyone to use, including children. If you've got children that are getting anxious for any reason, then these pressure points are ones that they can use. The first one is on our hand between our ring finger and our little finger. You can just massage there. So it's one that children could use if they're standing in a queue at school or standing waiting to go into an exam. They could just take a few deep breaths and massage this part of the hand, or tap it. You could tap it if you want to. Tapping or emotional freedom technique are really good, but that's one area. And you can do either hand. It doesn't have to be one or the other. You can do it on
About there, Tracy.
Yeah, in between the bones.
Okay.
Just rub in between the bones. Yeah, that's right, Anita. Fabulous. Yeah, sometimes it feels a little bit sore. If it does feel sore, just ease off. But it means that that's where it needs to be cleared if it's sore. So that's the point. But you just go very gently, and then you might be able to increase the pressure depending on how it clears. The other pressure point we have is here. If you go down from your clavicle about 2 centimeters, you'll feel like a little dip, and it will feel quite sore. You can do one at a time. You don't have to do both.
Oh, yeah, I'm there with that.
Yeah. That's really draining. Again, you can tap those if you prefer, or you can rub. But if it's sore, Anna, just ease off the pressure.
Yeah.
But it's very draining. It's ideal after Joe's massage because it helps to drain the lymph. So that's another area. Obviously, this one, it is one that our children could maybe use. You know, if they're struggling to go off to sleep, you could even tap there to help them go off to sleep. It's really relaxing, that point. So, yeah.
Wow.
Is it going off now, Anna? Does it feel a little
Yeah.
less? Yeah.
It's
Feels
fab.
all right, Joe?
Yeah, it's not too sore actually, but I can feel it definitely.
Yeah. If it's sore, just ease off. Don't hurt yourself. So I'm now going to talk about breathing. If we breathe properly and deeply, it actually helps us quite a lot. It can help us to ease pain. It can help us if we feel really stressed, and it can help with depression as well. Breathing is information for our brain, and it tells our brain that we're okay, even if you're not. So if you think, years ago, if we were running away from a beast, we would be running away, we'd be shallow breathing, and we would feel agitated. And that breathing enhances us feeling agitated. Whereas if we breathe slow and deep, it makes us feel calmer in ourselves, and it tells our brain then tells our body that we're actually calm. So it sends those signals and that information to our body telling us we're calm. So with deep breathing, it helps get the oxygen around our body, it improves our mood, and it makes us go into a thrive state instead of a stress state. So it's really sending important signals and lowering those stress levels. So what I'm going to do with you today is take you through a method of breathing that's called 3-4-5 breathing. And this is really, really good if you're prone to stress or anxiety. So again, it's another one that you could teach your children if they're like that, and because it's quite nice and easy to remember, because it's 3-4-5. So I am going to use my symbols, and I'm going to ask you to breathe in for 3, hold for 4, and then breathe out for 5. I'll count along with you. So if you'd like to pop your feet flat on the floor, drop your shoulders like we just have for Joe, and sort of just feel really grounded on the chair, and get your feet flat on the floor, and close your eyes if you'd like to. Breathe in, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 1, hold, 4, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Breathe in, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. In, 2, 1, hold, 3, 2, 1, and breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just let your breath go back to normal and just notice your breath coming in and out of your body. When you're ready, you can start coming back into the room. Wriggle your fingers and toes. When you're ready, open your eyes. Hopefully you're all back with me. How do you
Just
feel?
about.
Sorry, Anna.
Really, I said
Really relaxed.
just about. We're just about back in the room. That was lovely. Like now I feel so relaxed, like I'm in very, very deep state then. That didn't take me long to get down there. So thank you, Tracy. That was lovely. Your voice really helps as well. It just sends you into that relaxation. So yeah, thank you. What about you, Joe?
Yeah, it was lovely. I actually find the breathing out for that long quite hard, so I think it might take a little bit of practice. But yeah, really really relaxed now. It's really nice. Thank you, Tracy.
If you do find that, or if anyone finds that, you can shorten it all and do 2, 3, 4 breathe in. What the key is that the out breath is longer so that it actually starts to calm our body. So yeah, sometimes it does take you a little while to train your breathing to be able to do that, Joe, but that's the way to do it, is make it all slightly smaller. But the reason I thought I would introduce you to that one is it is quite simple and it's one you can remember. So you can be sitting in the car picking the children up from school or something, and you know, if you feel you just need that grounding, you can just do it in a few minutes. So you could do it for just like, you know, 20-30 seconds, or you could do it for, you know, 20 minutes if you wanted to, however much time you have.
Yeah, it was lovely. I think sometimes it's about that chest being able to open up as well, isn't it? Like if you are feeling perhaps a little bit stressed, actually breathing deeply, you've got to think about it sometimes, haven't you? So
Oh, is she frozen? Poor Joe, she's having a few technical. Oh, you're back.
She's back.
You did freeze for a second there. But yeah, I second that. Yeah, I think it's knowing what you can do to get yourself calmer. Sometimes you can feel quite tense, but you feel like you just have to ride it out. But there's some techniques that are so simple but very effective, aren't they? So
they're
yeah,
great tools to have in your toolbox, is how I sort of think of it, you know, with all of these things. They're just little things, and some will resonate with you more than others. But
yeah. Super, thank you. Well, I'll do a little check-in with everyone at home, hoping that you followed along okay there. I mean, it's been Joe and Tracy just put you into a relaxed state that with just their aura. I think you can all agree. So hopefully you're all enjoying that. This is great, isn't it? What about our girls? They've been very sweet and took themselves off camera so we could focus in closer to do the breathing and the massage. Should we bring them back on camera? Because it's been lovely to have our girl gang on screen tonight as well. So come back to us, ladies. Look, there we go. Hi.
They've not all fallen asleep.
And we've all got our masks. We've got some paper masks. We've got some clay masks. Lots of variation, which is really, really nice. So yeah, I've seen a few messages about people using what they've got at home and stuff. I mean, it's just very innovative. I love it. It's really good. But I love a mask personally. I think the mask can be your sort of quick fix. So if you feel like you want to get that little bit of a glow, or when we're allowed, you're off to a party or you're off somewhere and you think, oh, I look a bit tired. I think a mask gives that instant radiance. I think my makeup goes on better when I've put a mask on. So I don't know about you ladies, it does vary with the type of mask you've got, but personally, the one I've applied tonight, I'm going to be sleeping in my one. So I don't know if any of you do, or yeah, some of us do. So for you guys at home, it could be a consideration if you are sort of considering using a mask regularly. Some of them are great and some of them have better effects if you do leave them on. But equally, 10 to 15 minutes, at least 10 minutes, but ideally 15 minutes is ideal, isn't it? Would you say, Joe?
Absolutely. Yeah. This one, I think the one I've just popped on is a gel one, so it can be on up to 20 minutes, or as you say, overnight. Personally, I can't sleep in them. I really can't. I like Tracy's breathing techniques are really helping me at the moment, because I really struggle to go to sleep. So anything that like doesn't, I'm like the princess with the pea. It's like, don't disturb me trying to get off to sleep. So yeah, personally I don't, but I know you can, and I think the gel ones are really good to be able to sleep in. I'm not sure about a sheet mask, sleeping in one of them.
Yeah,
Sam got a sheet mask on.
It's the sort of thing that if you tried to sleep in it, you probably wake up and it'll be stuck to the back of your thigh or something like that, and you'd be like, well, you know, how long it was there for, I don't know, but super. Well, I mean, if anyone at home has got any questions, please pop them in the chat now. You are probably all too relaxed, so there is no pressure, but if you do have any questions or you want to know more about anything you've seen tonight, then you do know where to get in contact with us via the Facebook page, via Instagram. Do check out our Twitter, our YouTube. We're everywhere, and hopefully that you'll check all of those platforms out. But yeah, please do get in touch. I think we'd really like to know how you guys found this evening, what you thought of it, because I think we loved it, it's safe to say, didn't we, girls? Yes, there we go.
It's been great, thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Well, no, thank you, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Tracy. I think you've well and truly put us into a relaxed state, and it's just been a lovely bonding session. I think it's been nice to have so many people viewing tonight. So all of you at home, thank you so much for joining us tonight. It's been really lovely. So yeah, so with that in mind, we obviously, some of us are leaving our masks on, but for those who aren't, Joe, what do we need to do next?
Yeah, remove it. So if you've obviously got a sheet mask on, take it off. Most of the sheet masks, I think, will have a nice serum on that you can maybe massage into the skin. For me, I need to remove mine really well. So I would imagine your clay masks and things, again, just make sure you're taking all the products off. Nice warm water. If you are a bit more sensitive, perhaps cool the water down a little bit so you don't go quite so pink now. I'm trying to sort of soothe and calm the skin now. That's quite a gel sticky one I've got on, so just give it a really good removal. Skin feels really nice actually now.
Can I just jump in? Sarah Newton. Hi,
and
Sarah.
then,
Oh, sorry, Joe. I was just going to say, Sarah has commented and said that she would love us to do one with the gua sha. And I know lots of us use it, but I've witnessed Joe demonstrating the gua sha. So I thought I'd just throw that in there for you, Joe. So perhaps that's one to do next. Oh, she's frozen on us. Give it a second.
It's never far away. So yeah, they're a beautiful, beautiful tool to use for massage. Sorry. Am I back?
You are back.
Yeah, I was just saying how lovely they are to use for massage. So yeah, we'll definitely do one on that. That'd be a really nice idea.
Fab.
So yeah, serums, moisturizer, whatever you've got that you normally use. I'm just using a hydrating moisturizer. Again, just use what's right for your skin. You don't need loads. Don't waste your product. Some people prefer the products for skin. If you have got a reactive skin, then pressing them in is a nice way to apply it. Again, for me, I quite like massaging my products in. So whatever works for you, there isn't really a right or wrong way to do this. Eye creams generally go on last. So if you've got a nice eye cream to use for your evening routine, and then you're done. Thank you very much for listening.
Fabulous. There we go, guys. Well, I think we'll leave it there. So yeah, as I've already said, thank you to everyone. Joe, Tracy, thank you so much. Thank you to the rest of the girls for coming on for a bit of support there. It's been fabulous. Give us a wave. Oh, I love this power.
Thank you, Anna, for introducing it.
Oh, pleasure. I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. And thank you to everyone for watching. Have a lovely evening. I'm sure you're just going to be floating off to bed, feeling very zen. So good. Have a beautiful night's sleep, all of you lovely people. Have a good evening, and we'll see you again very, very soon. Take care, everyone.